But you don't know this virus. It's new, it's different. It mutates and goes in different directions with a different strain of itself. So whether I'm present or absent, the Executive Council of the Nation of Islam must call our scientists. Yes, sir. Come and let's sit down. Yes, sir. Our virologists, our epidemiologists, those of us who know the science. We cannot let them bring anything to us that we don't dissect.
All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, hold on.
With their history.
Hold on. There we go.
There we go. I see you
eventually. Now. We're going to get it eventually. We got close this week. Thursday shenanigans.
Right,
That's that. Thursday
you still do not know this virus.
You still do not know this virus, okay? It is what it is. Anyway, Thursday night talks. Good evening. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Prayer all is doing well. Welcome to our wonderful audience. Thank you for coming back to hear what we have to say about, COVID-19 and more and all the other stuff we got going on. Listen, want to give a special shout out. You know how I do. Always the audience, but always the 7th Region Coalition troops on the ground. Sharing out the information, making sure we get up-to-date things. We bringing stuff that, listen, they don't even have on the main screens. So listen, you got to come in and join, like, share, Facebook, like, share, and on IG. There you go, Sister Kalila. Facebook, Facebook, IG, and YouTube. So when you get on YouTube, y'all, you gotta subscribe.
That's
because
right.
we got things coming in all the time. So you don't want to miss anything at all. And so listen, it's my pleasure this evening to welcome everybody in. And this is, your sister Michelle, the moderator, and I'm here.
Hostess with the mostest.
You know how we do.
Y'all give Sister Michelle that love now. Come on now. That's right. I'm talking about hostess with the mostest.
We got some good topics, Brother Lau, this week. We got some really good things happening. We're gonna be talking about federal and local vaccine mandates.
You better go get them right now. Go get them people now.
Hello, grab them in. Come on in, because listen, you don't want to miss this.
That's
because
right.
I'm just gonna tell you, family, when we talk about these things and we bring in topics and we bring in solutions, all we're trying to do y'all?
Save lives.
Save lives.
Your life. And possibly a family member of yours, or maybe someone in your community, or maybe, guess what, y'all? Yourself. So
That's right.
Just listen, just come on in. We got good information. We're not trying to steer you wrong. We're not gonna tell you to do anything but do your research and do more research and then question and do more research. And if there's anything that we've ever said on this particular show that you want to ask us about, question us, or discuss, we're here.
That's right.
Bring it. Listen, that's what we're here for, open dialogue. So listen, I'm not going to belay the message. I just want to welcome in our family. Thank everyone for coming. Thanking our 7th Region Coalition team on the ground. Thanking the small team that we have here. Listen, y'all, this is some hard work. I don't know about y'all, but this is absolutely tough. I'm not going to even lie. So only thing I'm going to say to everyone is listen up, listen in. Remember, like, share. Just go on and press the button. And then again, guess what, y'all? There's a lot of information on the page right now that y'all can just jump on in and see. Just scroll down the page. That's all you got to do. Anyway, remember IG, and again, remember, subscribe. So I'm going to hand this off, because y'all know, to Brother Lau, because he kicks us off. And I'm going to say, Brother Lau, thank you for giving me the honor to kind of moderate this evening and to say, Assalamu alaikum, brother Lau. Take it over.
Well, alaikum salam, Sister Michelle, and you can moderate all the time if you want to.
Praise be.
I want to say, assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Praise the Lord to my Christian brothers and sisters. Ngawa Black Power to my Black revolutionaries, and to all you freedom and peace loving people, peace and blessings. I want to welcome you to our Thursday night talks with the 7th Region Coalition. And in case you look, now see, I got to stop for a minute. I got to pause because some of y'all not following instructions. Look, we just told you it's going to be the Gap Band tonight. We dropping the bomb on you, family. So right now you're supposed to be hey, yo, it's on, family. Hey, look, all of them, get them. Tito, Jermaine, the Jackson 5, the whoever 10. But you want your people to be informed tonight. So like, share, invite them in tonight. Don't wait till it gets so hot and they miss half the information now. Come on. So who are we, the 7th Region Coalition? Think, family, about a lighthouse. Because there's people who's in some deep, steep trouble on a boat being guided over some very treacherous pandemic-like waters. And if we don't have that proper light to look to, that guiding light like that lighthouse does to guide those ships through those dark times, our people could be lost. And we got some light for these dark times. How else could we be so happy during such dark time? But you better listen to what's being shared. So I just want to let you know, brothers and sisters, gears have shifted. So it's a very serious time right now. If I were you, your so-called loved ones, get them on tonight. Don't be that powerful, family. I'm going to pause right there, and I'm going to go ahead to our sister. She is becoming a StreamYard professional, to say it the most. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Kalila.
Wa alaikum salam.
For real, Brother Lau.
Oh, peace and blessings in the most holy name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, always bearing witness that there is no God but Allah, Muhammad is his messenger. I would like to greet my dear family in the greeting words of peace in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
And for all my Christian family, because keep in mind, the Holy Quran teaches us that a great Christian and a great Muslim is one and the same. So to all of my Christian family, praise the Lord and peace and blessings to you all. My name is Kalila, as they indicated, and I cannot be nothing without the grace and mercy of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to all praises are due. And I'm so elated to be here to give you all the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that I received this week. And with the help and the gracious mercy of our wonderful team, the 7th Region Coalition, who has been helping me translate and transcend all of this information to give it to you, just to help save a life. If I don't save lives, if just to help save one,
that's right,
I will be thankful and look, I will just be, I know that Allah will be pleased with me. So if Allah will be pleased with me, then all is well. That's so right. I thank you all again. Please like and share and keep in store. We have some new things that are in store today.
That's right.
I'm so excited about these new things that we're going to be adding to Thursday Talk. So stay tuned at the beginning and at the very end. And while you're doing that, like and share. And I'm going to pass it right on to you, Brother Philip. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Hotep, Abaragani, Alafia. Buenas tardes, buenas noches, bonjour, bonsoir, wherever you are. I pray that you all are feeling great, thinking great. In the words of the great Chuck D, I got so much trouble on my mind, refuse to lose. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy on the daily. It's getting crazy on the daily. All right. So, having said that, let's go ahead. Let's get this party started. This is not a birthday party. It's a revolutionary party.
That's
about to go down.
So listen. All right, listen. Let's get into it, family. So, topic 1. Federal and local mandates. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because I got a little something to back it up with. But Brother Lyle, let's kick it off. Come on.
You know, Sister Michelle, when we look at these local and federal vaccine mandates, I want to tell brothers and sisters first. Do you remember some time ago we were telling you about some guy named President Biden meeting with some guy named Putin, President Putin? And we told you some months ago that there had to be some discussion because Russia was implementing vaccine mandates. And maybe Biden, who now has done it on the federal level here, wanted to learn some tricks of the trade. The saddest thing I've seen this week in terms of these mandates is the pressure that has been put on our people. And 3 personal things that I saw, you know, family. I saw a pregnant woman, very pregnant sister, standing in line, waiting to be vaccinated. A day after I saw a news story imploring you women who are pregnant, you better get vaccinated. Why did that make me cry? Because they haven't even approved the vaccination in these trials for children under the age of 11 or the age of 5. So what does that say about a fetus? That woman was standing in that line, I know, because she was scared. I also had a very, very close brother of mine, a good friend, whose mother is very, very ill in the hospital and fighting to keep her life and her strength. They only allow them to visit her for 1 hour a day, and you cannot visit her if you're not vaccinated.
My God.
So he was forced to take the vaccination if he wanted to see his mother in such a condition that she's in right now.
Brutal.
You know, and the third thing is I saw another good brother friend of mine who started seeing people around him get COVID, and he went and got that vaccination. Now, I didn't tell him this when I saw him, you know, but he didn't look good.
Wow.
He didn't look good. Overall, just defeated, you know. And so these mandates are forcing people to be like, oh God, I guess I better hurry up and get this vaccination. Vaccinations went up this week 40%, family.
Wow.
40%,
Listen,
man.
40%. And I'm gonna jump in on what you're saying, Brother Lau, because you know, this federal and local vaccine mandate, I mean, regardless if it gets approved or not, the bottom line, people, family, audience, friends, family, is you don't know what's in it. Right. That's one thing we know. We all don't know exactly what's in it.
Fact.
Number 2, what we do know is the after effects that people are having after taking the vaccination. That's number 2.
Right.
Number 3, it's not 100% proof that it's going to work. There's no 100% proof it's going to work. So what does that tell you, family? It doesn't matter if you have a COVID vaccination or not. If you're uncovered and you're unmasked, you can get it. It doesn't matter. So why would you inject something that you don't know in your body? Poison. Because somebody said, oh, you should go do it. Really?
And so now Gestapo.
Yeah, so you mean to tell me I'm going to take your death blow, right? Your experimental vaccination, inoculation. I don't know if it's going to work. It may jack up my body because it's not a one size fits all, right? My body may reject it, or it may do all kinds of things to my body, or I may die or lose a limb or whatever may happen. Or if it doesn't happen immediately, it may happen down the line. And then you mean to tell me I still got to wear a mask? I still got to cover up? You mean I still may possibly have to shelter in place?
And you still got to get COVID. You got to get it with your vaccination. You still going to get COVID. Now these mandates, family. This sounds like some authoritarian rule coming down here now. Is that right? You better get this vaccination or you're going to get fired. You better get this vaccination or you can't go here or you can't go there. What's up, America?
It's so serious that recently, as a matter of fact, I think it was within the past 7 hours or so, right? There was a Joe Biden spoke, and he actually proclaimed that vaccine mandates are lawful and effective and based on rock solid science. And so they're starting to actually lay down the groundwork for legal pathways to force Americans to get the COVID vaccination. Now, the interesting thing is, you all remember back in the days, they had that group that was called the Guardian Angels. Curtis Lewa and his wife, you know, they used to wear the red berets and patrol. Now, Curtis Lewa is one of the first ones to step out and talk about the un-Americanness, right, based on constitutional rights of forcing and mandating folks to take the vaccination. This is according to Scientific American. It says the U.S. has reached a worrying plateau in its COVID-19 vaccination coverage, with just half of the population fully vaccinated. This coincides with pandemic fatigue or weak compliance with COVID-19 risk mitigation measures such as masking and distancing, right? COVID fatigue, people ain't wearing masks, people ain't distancing. Highly infectious Delta variant counts for more than 83% of infections. We're at an inflection point in the pandemic, with coronavirus infection soaring by about 140% in the past 2 weeks. So Biden recently reflected, and the Biden administration recently mandated vaccinations for all federal workers and contractors, with masking and rapid testing as an alternative option. It's an alternative option. Not to get far off into the actual article, but these are the things that we're dealing with coming down the pipeline.
And it's against United Nations law, family. I would encourage our listeners to go back to a beautiful program we have with our beloved brother, Brother David Muhammad, Minister David Muhammad, from the Island Mind.
That's right.
Very, very constitutionally strong legal mind. But he talks about, particularly during the Nuremberg trials, how they made it illegal for you to force someone to take a vaccine that is only for emergency use. Remember, still not approved by the FDA, but you're going to mandate it. By the way, Sister Michelle, they are speeding up the FDA approval rates, and they're trying to get it done by September.
Right.
I wonder why.
That's right. Now, listen, let's go into this, right? There is something that came out that we were talking about, you know, Texas Governor Albert draws the state troopers to pull over vehicles with migrants with this in search of COVID. Wait,
what did you just say? You said that
hold on.
Pulling over migrants, vehicles with migrants in search of COVID. Family, look at this headline. Just look at this for a minute. He orders state troopers. First of all, you're pulling over vehicles with migrants in them. I guess there's some kind of shield that says migrants in the vehicle, migrants in the vehicle. Alert.
First of all, how they figure that part out, right?
Secondly, right? You're pulling over the vehicle. You got a COVID magnifying glass or something now that you've been hiding on us to find it.
Hello.
Draconian.
So they must got a new instant test for migrants. Is that what it is? Like, they gonna pull them over and you can instantly test them? Because as far as I know, how do you even logistically pull them? You pull them over, detain them. It takes some time in order for it to be processed. Like, how does that even work? All that says on it right there is discrimination, racism, and let's use this as a tool to further oppress the darker people of the planet.
Not to mention, Brother Philip, it makes no sense at all.
Well, you got to realize that this is actually something that's dealing with approval racial profiling. approve racial profiling
Yeah.
because of the actual the gimmick is, hey, we want to stop and avoid and save the people of Texas. So we're assuming the immigrants have COVID. This is most of the people, because keep in mind, the immigrants are probably the ones that are not getting the vaccination, right? So by them saying, okay, well, it's the immigrants that are spreading it. So what they're doing is saying, hey, we're going to stop everyone that does not look like us, which is Caucasian people. So anybody that doesn't look like us, we're going to stop them.
That's right. This is what's happening, family. You know, and like you said, Sister Kalila, this is straight out. This is racial profiling.
Yes.
There's no way in the world you're going to be able to detect who's a migrant or not.
Come on now, people. I want you to put yourself right now in the state trooper shoes. Right where you live right now, you go outside in your street right now, and you're going to start pulling over cars looking for COVID. Just stop right there for a minute. This is a COVID ploy. They're using COVID to unmask and unleash all of their draconian laws. You can see it right in front of you.
That's right. All right. So this is what's happening, family. So let's talk about the next thing. So the next thing that's going on is a federal judge temporarily blocks Governor Greg Abbott, the same person that we just talked about, to pull over vehicles because it's ridiculous. Like, who does that? Hold on. Why y'all talking about that?
So they fighting each other again? So now we got another white fight. Family, we got another COVID white fight.
Jesus Christ. Like, somebody
First
got
it
to
was
stop
Fauci
you.
and Paul. Now we got another white fight. The judge is blocking the governor because they know it's unconstitutional.
Really?
They know that you can't just be pulling over vehicles with migrants that you think are migrants, first of all. Because I forgot, they got the migrant alarm on it, right?
Right.
Illegal and white fight with COVID.
Exactly. So now listen, I got something better for you. Go ahead, Sister Kalila. Go ahead.
No, it's blasphemy. But I don't know if everyone saw the movie Siege, how they had everybody but white people in cages.
Yes.
And this picture is basically what that looks like. You're putting these people.
Wait a minute, leave that picture there.
Out of their
trying to find the COVID
will,
magnifying glass.
Right, out of their own will. You know, that sister right there could probably be from California. That brother might be from Florida, right?
Right.
And because they don't look like you, you're gonna pull them over.
That's right.
You're gonna pull them over. It's gonna be really sad that they're gonna pull over the wrong person. And I'm just gonna y'all can just fill in the blanks on that.
Well, to add on what you're saying, when you get into the article a little deeper, one of the things that's very interesting is that in the language of the actual that was written by the Texas governor, Greg Abbott, it says state troopers have permission to pull over drivers transporting who pose a risk of carrying COVID, quote unquote. Now this, if you know legalities, it's kind of like the stand your ground law. The reason why the stand your ground law was so diabolical was because it was written to say, if you feel reasonably threatened, you can use lethal force to defend yourself, right?
Right.
So all of us wonder how the heck Zimmerman got off from killing our brother Trayvon Martin. It's because of the language, that if you pose a reasonable threat, right? So we know that if you walk by, the old, it still happens. If a black man get into the elevator with a white woman, she grab a person. You walk by a police car, right? You black, they go to lock in their door. They feel reasonably
see that picture?
So now when you have the language that migrants who pose a risk of having COVID, who does not pose a risk of having COVID? Who in the world right now does not pose a risk of having COVID?
Right. And how can they tell, right?
Dead
They
people.
got some radar. They put the radar out like, oh no, you got it. No, you don't got it. You
That's
got
what's
it,
in his
you don't
thumb.
got
Oh
it.
no, it's not in his thumb, right?
Look,
How he
look,
know that ain't his uncle?
right, exactly.
Yeah,
Listen, like Sister
It's
Kim
brilliant
said,
if you a beat.
right, and look, like Sister Kim said, I ain't said, Sister Kim said it, and get that heat.
Kim ain't playing.
Sister Kim, what? Listen.
So
Like, hello.
they must be coming for the unvaccinated.
Oh, of course.
Oh no,
Of course.
listen. All right, so we think this is bad, right? COVID. I got it. COVID. New York City. This is a New York City update on COVID. Mayor Bill Del. I think it's Black.
De
Blasio
announces proof of vaccine requirement for indoor dining, gyms.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I talked to one.
That's a big one.
I talked to one of my homeboys yesterday, Sister Michelle, in New York. He lives in Harlem, and he was like, "Yo, man, I can't go to the gym. I can't go to the restaurant because he's unvaccinated." And I didn't realize that New York City pulled up. So one of my homies told me yesterday. He was very upset because right now this is the new. Remember the Hunger Games when you kept pushing? You know, the cities became these places for the rich to, party. But there were a couple of movies, not to get sidetracked, right? But a couple of movies I want to remind y'all on because before it happens in the mainstream, they put the hints of it in the movies. A couple of movies, remember, Hunger Games and the other one, The Purge.
I remember
Hunger
that.
Games
I watched
and
both
The
of those.
Purge. The
That's
Purge
right.
1, 2, and 3. They were huge movies. They were giant. What we're witnessing right now is the separation in society. Well, God called the separation of the wheat from the chaff. What side will you be on? Right versus wrong, good versus evil, God versus the devil. What side
when you
gonna
look at
be
that
on?
headline, when you look at that headline, I can tell you what's getting ready to happen, family. What's getting ready to happen, right? Since all the vaccinated people want to hang out with each other, they're getting ready to figure out what we've been saying for a very, very long time. You still can get COVID with your vaccine. So all you indoor dining people who only want to be with your vaccinated folk, what you gonna do when you still get the COVID? Who you gonna blame it on then?
Listen, this, if anybody doesn't have anything, because this is moving us right into our topic 2, which is what, family? This is, hold on, let me make sure you got it.
Oh, God.
This information about Vaxx. So let's talk about this, because I was very adamant about, in the beginning, about how they were using media. And Brother Philip brought up an article about how they dumped all this money, gave all these incentives to these news stations.
$8 million.
Exactly.
$8
to get
million.
you to take this vaccination. So, and pump fear in you, and pump fear into your family members and everybody, so you can go run and take it. So I got something for us. If anybody has anything, I got a good video, but I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Y'all get ready to watch this video, and I just want to set the video up. Now, as you watch this video, think about what fear does. Fear paralyzes your ability to think rational.
Right.
Think about that. So how do you know you've been in fear of this COVID? Because you're not even putting rational thought with what they're telling us on the television.
Right.
If you just put rational thought in place of fear, your fears will be calm. So let's give you some rational thought. How about that? Some rational thought.
We're going to give them a few minutes of it. Hold on. Let me just, hold on. You know what? Actually, hold on. Give me a second. Let me just make sure I got the volume, because I need to make sure everybody hears this. Let me just do that one more time. Hold on. Let me get that going. Let me just pull that back up and make sure I got the audio, because I need everybody to hear this one, because this is a good one. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Hold on. There's a little video. Hold on. Just give it a few minutes. Okay, there we go.
Are you getting the vaccine?
Go get JoJo.
The only thing that'll save us is the vaccine. The government, media, and celebrities are using fear to force you into something that you may not be sure about. They expect you to roll up your sleeve and do something to your body that can't be undone. I don't know about you, but we have a few questions, so we're going to answer them. Is the vaccine safe? No. According to the FDA, their list of possible adverse event outcomes, aka side effects, from the vaccine includes Guillain-Barré syndrome, acute disseminated encephalomyelitis,
transverse myelitis, encephalitis, myelitis, encephalomyelitis, meningoencephalitis, meningitis, encephalopathy, convulsions, seizure.
Whoa, far too many. We don't have time for this. Kind of makes you wonder. These deaths and injuries are already being reported, but rarely by the mainstream media. The U.S. government's VAERS database is collecting some of the reports. People are having cardiac arrest, respiratory arrest, and other severe reactions. You can look up these reports for yourself. This is just a sampling. There are already tens of thousands. Other governments are also collecting this information, like this recent report from Norway. 23 deaths associated with the COVID-19 vaccination, of which 13 have been assessed. These are all the immediate side effects. What about the ones that may kick in within a year or 5 years or 10 years down the road? And what about long-term effects that are passed from parents to children? No one knows. Since these injections are making some people sick, it's no wonder that the CEOs making the experimental injection ran to Congress and got total indemnification from liability through something called the PrEP Act. This means that if you get the shot and that shot injures or kills you, the company that made the injection cannot be held responsible. So why is the injection making people sick? Maybe it's because of what's in those syringes. It's experimental, and you're the lab rat. You see, nothing like this has ever been used before. This is not a vaccine. Vaccines are where a microorganism such as a virus is pumped into the body in a small dose, so your immune system can respond and begin making antibodies. That's the theory anyway, but that's not what these shots do. This is an experimental injection, and if you get it, congrats! You're part of the biggest mass biological human experiment ever. Because what's in that syringe is not a vaccine any more than this is a fish. So what is it? Here's the idea. This is your body. DNA is in every one of your cells telling your body what to do. mRNA is the messenger that delivers instructions from your DNA to the rest of your body. What they're going to pump into your arm is a synthetic mRNA. Once the syringe is done squeezing all that experimental juice in you, these tiny nanoparticles will punch holes into your cells and carry into your body the mRNA that was made in the lab. Once in your cells, these nanoparticles will instruct your body to make parts of the COVID-19 virus. It's like hacking a computer, but instead of a computer, they're hacking your body to make part of a virus. The COVID injection bypasses your DNA the same way a hacker bypasses the security firewall of a computer. The computer hacker spreads a virus, the injection hacker makes part of the virus. But you're not a machine. So how can you be sure that it's safe and that the only code they're uploading into your cells is the code supposedly to fight COVID-19? Next question. Who loves chemicals? Well, get ready because they're coming to a syringe near you.
Because that was enough to make anybody sick.
And just now, but this, I don't want, I just want to let folk know real quick. That whole video is on our Facebook page. You only caught about a third or a fourth of it. The whole rest of that rational thinking over fear, go look at that and share it with people who are shaking in their boots.
Absolutely.
You know, I was in a meeting. I'm sorry, Sister Michelle. Please finish your thought.
No. I was just gonna say this is the type of video that people need to see because it breaks it down. This is all we've been saying. Everyone, you know what I mean? The Nation of Islam, student minister Ava Muhammad. I mean, everybody who has some sense has been saying, "Hey, what you're taking is not real, and you don't know what it's going to do." And this video breaks it down. Like, if you don't know what it is, watch the video, the whole thing in its entirety. We'll have it available to you, but I really want people to watch it because it makes sense and it makes you question now, what the heck did I, if you took it, what the heck did I do?
We got something for you if you took it. All of our vaccines who already took it, hold tight. We got you. Just hold tight.
And it's pretty important while you're watching it that you actually take some notes, because going back to that PrEP Act that he just kind of skimmed over, it, PrEP Act was to encourage the expeditious development and deployment of countermeasures during a public health emergency, right? Which means that during a time like COVID-19, but the PrEP Act was long before there was COVID, okay? Which what it does was that it protected the pharmaceutical companies from being sued from any adverse reactions from any vaccination. Now, this is very, very critical. If you ever want to find out the crime, what do? Follow the money. Okay?
Follow the money.
Continue to follow the money. We'll see. This thing will start making a whole lot more sense to you, because this vaccination COVID-19 is a money grab, people. It's a money grab in the trillions of. Okay. Word up.
And they're really using this Delta variant to put all manner of fear. Notice the information you're getting from us, and notice the inspiration you're getting from them. No information,
Right.
persuasive inspiration. You should go do this because you're the best. And we're giving you rational information. You decide. Sleep sheep.
That's right.
Or woke folk.
That's right. That's right.
And I was in a meeting today, and during that meeting, that same type of fear came up. And I remember a lovely brother, a lovely sister, man, who, we good people, and they was like, we all need to go out and get our vaccination because I don't see no other way out of it. And I was like, because you ain't got no other information. There's no vision, the people perish. And if you ain't got no vision for how to get out of this without God, and you got to continue to depend on the same powers that have duped us, tricked us, and used us as tools and slaves, you ain't gonna see no way out of it except the way they give you. You can go boil some mango leaves and bring your blood sugar level down and have a better chance like right now.
Fight for your life. Fight for your jobs. Hey, look. I know we got a little saying around here, and that's Muhammad don't make no cowards.
Hello.
Look, family, fight for your job. They're gonna tell you you gotta get it. You fight for it. If you don't know how to fight, you get with some people who know how to fight. Fight.
Walk away with a bag.
Brother Lau.
Hold on,
Brother Lau.
Hold on.
Fight for it. Walk away from it.
Ooh.
You have the power, wisdom, and understanding to do for yourself.
Go ahead.
You just need the discipline. If you have the discipline, you can conquer anything that you can achieve.
That's right.
It's a job.
Don't.
Job is something that is temporarily and it's not yours. They mean when they get rid of you, they're gonna hire 3 more people to replace you because they know just how valuable you are.
Just a soldier.
Right.
Get your own.
That's right. And you know what, Sister Kalila? There's more and more jobs opening up that are remote anyway. Get a remote job.
There's so many jobs that they can't even fill them right now.
Exactly.
Right.
Employers are complaining about that right now. They're like, man, we can't get people to come up off these flat checks they've been getting to come back to work. You know what I mean?
You're so right, Brother Philip. They're like, man, I'm just gonna ride it out.
Don't be moved by fear.
That's right.
Fear, family. False evidence appearing real. Don't be moved by fear.
That's
Shame
right.
on us, all we've been through as a people, and you're gonna let somebody scare you into their
Right.
depopulation plan.
Listen, Brother Loud. Now remember when we had the panelists on a while back, and the brother who was a doctor who was talking about all these different variants coming. He said over 30, he mentioned, right?
That's right. Dr. Jabril Muhammad, as a matter of fact. Yes.
Hold on. Thank you very much, brother.
That was roughly this time last year, Sister Michelle. That was roughly this time last year. Brother Jabril was when we had our town hall meeting. And he said at that time, they had already recognized 37 different variants.
At that time, last year.
So
guess what's coming up next?
Listen, Doomsday variant.
Doomsday.
Oh my! What could they be talking about?
Variant.
Oh my God! They're not talking about the Delta. That's not the Delta. That's not the Delta variant.
This is the Delta. This is what they're talking about.
They're not talking about the Delta.
They're talking about the Delta. They're talking about scientists keep underestimating.
Oh, the Delta is the Doomsday, huh?
But
the Doomsday variant. No, they say Delta and Lambda. That's starting to sound like a sorority.
Really, some sorority signs.
Listen, and look, it's now a Delta Plus out there now. It's a Delta Plus. Yeah, the Delta Plus is similar to the Delta, but it has more what did they use? More it's more, they use the word I forgot what they use, but it is on our website. But they're saying that the Delta variant is similar, a Delta Plus variant is similar to the Delta variant, but what it does, it feeds on the blood cells. That's what it says. It feeds on the blood cells, and it does not allow the white blood cells to produce. So you know what your white blood cells are for.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Those are your fighters.
Right. So that's the one that fights the virus. But if it's not allowing those white blood cells to produce, then man, you're in trouble.
So I guess they need more vaccines to get more variants, to not work, to get more vaccines, to get more variants, to get more vaccines, to get more variants. Wow. That's a real smart idea.
And look, and the FYI, and let me give you this FYI. For those who are going to try to get this booster, insurance companies are not paying for it.
Oh boy, it's your turn.
Sound
like what they did with the flu. Remember all the free flu shots? Everybody get a free flu shot. Free flu shots here.
They're not paying for it because right now you have a lot of insurance companies are so backed up, which first of all, the COVID test. Then now you're dealing with the COVID vaccine. Now you're dealing with these booster shots that they're like, hey, wait a minute. We're not in business to give. We're in business to take. Y'all messing up the program.
That's when they used to be putting out that dope, right? You would first give it out. You would give it away out on the corner.
We used to call them testers. Y'all remember we called them testers, right? Oh,
thank you. Yeah, you put them testers out there, right? And before you let them know, hey man, I got what you need on this block. Don't put on street right here.
You remember how we used to name our stuff? We used to name our drugs the baddest killer names you can think of. Oh, I got that. Killer.
Right.
Like, I got that Delta. I got that Delta plus.
Right.
Oh my
family,
God.
why are we letting them play games with our intelligence? Shame on us, silly rabbits.
And that doomsday piece you just pulled up, the doomsday variant, when you look at it, what Sister Michelle just put it back, that is advertising 101 in journalism. If it bleeds, it leads. Look at it, man. You put that red on the front cover. You put that red on the front cover. You put that on there. You talk about doomsday. I don't care if you was walking by a rack, if you had nothing on your mind about reading. You see that, you like, man, I got what they talking about.
So here comes their
now,
ultimate fear tactic.
If it reads and lead.
Their ultimate fear tactic that they're going to use now to try to scare the rest of the unmoved people to be vaccinated is they're going to let you know, family, that look, if you don't get vaccinated now, oh my God, the vaccines, they just ain't going to work with these new variants coming up. You better get vaccinated now. But it ain't working with them now. Silly rabbit.
Hold on, wait a minute. You talking about this one that the next one that's coming out? You talking about hold on. You talking about wait a minute. Wait, let me bring it up. What is it? The
there we go. Uh-oh.
That's the next one, y'all. It's sneaking up on y'all. It's sneaking up. It ain't quite as big as Delta yet, but it's coming. It's hitting the news.
No,
the 7th Region Coalition been talking about it for the last month. Yeah,
exactly.
We've been talking about this for the last month. So, family, if you're not learning anything else about the 7th Region Coalition, remember that lighthouse we told you about? We've been talking about the Lambda variant for over a month, and now they're getting it to you. So at least we're ahead of the curve, and you might want to be following brothers and sisters who love you rather than following these enemies that are setting us up for a plan that has already been devised.
And listen, I'm going to take one more point on this one. I just want to read this really quick to the audience. The COVID-19 variant, this is the Lambda. We're not even talking about the Delta one. That it proves to be resistant. Okay, let me read that again.
That's right.
A COVID-19 variant, and we talk about the Lambda. That's the next one coming out behind Delta. That proves to be resistant to vaccines, keeps medical experts, public health officials, and healthcare professionals, including infection preventionists, on the front lines of COVID-19 pandemic. I'm just saying. Okay.
Family,
anyway, all right.
Be informed, right?
It's not coming up, Sister Michelle. It's already in 30 different countries right now that it's been identified in. So the Lambda variant, and we have a special relationship. There's a very large Peruvian community down in South Florida, and right now they actually were calling it the Peruvian strain or Peruvian variant. You know, the Peru COVID, but you know, it's like going back to how Trump was talking about the Chinese disease. You know, he kept trying to downplay it like that. But make a long story short, the Lambda variant is already in 30 different countries. So it ain't when it comes, it's already here. It's present.
So that means there's strands out that are vaccine resistant, and you still going to get a vaccine to try to resist this mathematics. It just don't add up. I don't know.
Listen.
Patience is a virtue, man.
What'd you say, Brother Philip? Say it again.
I said patience is a virtue.
Yeah.
Too oftentimes have patience with your Lord. Do not just trust that God's will is tied up in things that are coming through the mainstream. Have some patience, man, with yourself.
You know, Brother Philip,
study these things.
You remind me of a message from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I want to recommend that our people really, really go back and listen to. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan did a message entitled "Fear, Faith, and Truth." If ever there was a time to listen to a message, family, fear, faith, and truth. Just go to YouTube and Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, fear, faith, and truth. Dissect that message along with your reality and see if you're leaning more on fear than faith and truth.
Praise be to Allah.
All right, so we got to keep it moving.
Right.
All right, let's keep it moving. Next thing, pandemic of the vaccinated.
That's right. We're declaring it officially here. See, this is how they brought it to you. They tried to tell you that there's a pandemic of the unvaccinated, right? Let's give it to you 7th Region Coalition style. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special news report to bring to you right now. There is a pandemic of the vaccinated people. News alert. Vaccinated people are spreading COVID-19 like never before. You heard it right here on the 7th Region Coalition.
Listen. We got a video that we want to play, and we thought it was important because why? Because this video, and I want to make sure, hopefully you guys will be able to hear it. But this doctor is going to break some things down for us, and anyway, you're gonna be amazed. So give us a second. We're gonna play a little bit of it, and then we'll share it out so that you can listen to the rest of it. But let's listen to what she has to say. Let's hopefully, if you guys can hear it.
Hello, everybody.
Can you hear it?
Favorite nurse practitioner, Tamika Marshall. I'm coming back to you again. Got some not sharing with you. First of all, I wanted to talk about my last Facebook video that was taken down and that was labeled as false. And what they said was the Associated Press reached out to me, and they said it was false because I made the claims about the possible cause of autoimmunity. However, the expert that they used was a doctor by the name of Dr. Drew Wiseman, and he's also known to be an expert in or a pioneer, should I say, with messenger RNA vaccines. So the interesting thing was one of the articles that I read.
Wait a minute now. Hold on, it stopped. Hold on.
Busy right now.
Did they pull the video while we were watching it?
That's
deep right there.
Oh my Lord.
Now you know. Now you know.
Hold on, wait a minute. I think I got her back. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can get her back. Oh, I got her back.
Hello,
right,
everybody. This is your favorite nurse practitioner.
Wait, hold on. I got it. Oh my goodness. It says the content is no longer available. Well, let's see if we can get it. Hold on. I think I got her back. Oh my goodness. See, family, I gotta get this stuff as it comes out.
Someone doesn't want you to know something, huh, family?
Right? Yeah, you got when this stuff comes out, man, you gotta pull it down, download it immediately, because they gonna knock it off.
Exactly. I'm gonna move it up a little bit.
However, the expert that they used was a doctor by the name of Dr. Drew Wiseman, and he's also known to be an expert in or a pioneer, should I say, with messenger RNA vaccines. So the interesting thing was one of the articles that I read was actually authored by Dr. Drew Wiseman, and that was one of the chief concerns that he himself as well said that he had in regards to the mRNA vaccines. And so I sent that back to them, and they came back and said they spoke with Dr. Wiseman, and they realized that he said that they used a new type of strain of the messenger RNA and that there was no data to support autoimmune disease. So what I want to come to today is let you know that there is data to support that these messenger RNA vaccines do cause autoimmune disease. There is data. So I want to read that data to you because this data is not being released to the general public. And at the end of the day, although I am anti this messenger RNA vaccine, at the end of the day, I want people to be able to make informed decisions, be able to weigh all the information that's possible out there for you to know. So if you choose to take the vaccine, at least you knew what risk, you were getting into if you chose to do it. So I wanted to cite a few different things. And still to this day, we still have, greater than 99% of people recovering from coronavirus. But this right here is one of the articles. This right here is actually published in the Nature Journal. It's called it's talk about messenger RNA vaccines. And right here, I just want to read this. It was published back in April 2008. When Dr. Wiseman himself, when asked about the safety of messenger RNA vaccines, he said that a possible concern could be that some messenger RNA-based vaccine platforms induce potent type 1 interferon responses, which have been associated not only with inflammation, but also potentially with autoimmunity. Then he went on to say that another study showed that extracellular RNA promoted blood coagulation and pathological thrombus formation. So pathological thrombus formation is basically blood clots. They're talking about blood clots that's being formed. So that's what he said back in 2018 in regards to messenger RNA vaccines. So now let's look at the information that's not being told to you. This right here, I don't know if this stuff is still available online, but this right here was the report that was submitted to the FDA. This one was by Moderna. It's the FDA briefing document that was submitted December 17th, 2020. And what they did, they had to talk about all the reactions and the adverse events that took place when people, this was part of the clinical trial that they were doing before they, of course, got the authorization to use it. But just from those clinical trials, right now, the only thing they're trying to tell people is that it's causing, pain at the site of the injection, or it's causing, flu-like symptoms after the second dose, and saying it's a safe vaccine, where that's not the truth. So looking at their document that they had to submit to the FDA to get the emergency use authorization, this was some serious adverse events that took place with the Moderna vaccine. It says, as of December 3rd, 2020, 13 deaths were reported. 6 of those deaths were people who received the vaccine. 2 deaths in the vaccine groups were in participants greater than 75 years of age with pre-existing cardiac disease. 1 participant died of cardiopulmonary arrest 21 days after dose 1, and another participant died of a heart attack 45 days after dose 2. Another 2 vaccine recipients were found dead at home. The cause of these deaths is uncertain. They had another 70-year-old participant with cardiac disease found dead 57 days after dose 2. And then another patient was 72-year-old who received the vaccine, who ended up going into multi-system organ failure and eventually died. And then they had another vaccine recipient that died of suicide 21 days after dose 1. So people who had received this vaccine during the trials, and by the way, you're still in the clinical trial. So if you decide to get the vaccine, you're still part of a clinical trial. But people were dying from the vaccine. Then there were other people who received the vaccine that were having heart attacks. You had people here, someone developed rheumatoid arthritis. And guess what? Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease. So the fact of them saying there's no data that these mRNA vaccines can cause autoimmunity is a lie. Because here we go right here. Here's a patient that was documented that did develop rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease. I'm going to show you this here, because right here, so you got both the investigator and Moderna themselves had to admit that it was because of the vaccine. You also had someone develop B-cell lymphocytic lymphoma. What is that? That's cancer. So someone developed cancer. They noticed this particular person who developed cancer had a history of cancer, but they're not telling people who got a history of cancer not to take the vaccine, though, right? But if you think about it, going back to Dr. Drew Wiseman and some of his safety concerns that he said he had about the vaccine was the inflammatory response. Inflammation is behind majority all chronic sickness and disease out here, including cancer. So this inflammatory response led to someone who received the vaccine getting cancer. You also had someone develop what they call a pulmonary embolism. So that's that thrombotic formation, that pathological thrombotic formation that Dr. Wiseman referenced when asked about the safety concerns with messenger RNA vaccines. So people did develop pulmonary embolism. What is that? That's a blood clot in the lungs that can be lethal. People also develop heart attacks. So this is, like I said, it's information that's not being shared with the general public. And then we go look at Pfizer. So Pfizer had to...
Hold on, I have to stop it, because I really hope and pray that go ahead, brother Loud.
Oh, if it stays up on Facebook long enough, you can see that whole video on our Facebook page, family. It's
That's
there.
Right.
It's there.
Go get it right now.
And I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you. Why would you not want to be properly informed and educated? Where is this kind of healthy information being shared in mainstream media? Oh, it's not.
Wow.
Since she mentioned this, my uncle is kind of like my father. He practically raised me. And right now he's at the hospital fighting for his life. And please keep him in your prayers.
Michelle, my sis.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those things that me and my uncle are very close. And we actually talked about not getting the vaccination and why, and and all of these things that are very present in, why we should not get this vaccination. So lo and behold, I get this call from my cousin, and she's like, no, I get a call from my sister saying, hey, you need to call because my uncle is on the way to the emergency room. Now, my uncle is 73 years old, but let me tell you something. He's a truck. He's, healthy. My uncle can literally bench press 400 pounds on the ground. This is how healthy my uncle is. He's a longshoreman. So he's actually somebody that goes out, pull those big, huge ropes from out of the water. So he has the strength of a elephant. He went and got the vaccination. He got that vaccination on the 22nd of July. He started feeling the symptoms that night. When I went to see him in the emergency room waiting room, my uncle, from the time I saw him, it was like, I'm going to say, I saw him on the 1st, which was like last Friday. My uncle actually lost 20 pounds. He can barely talk. He was shaking. He could not stop shaking and shivering. Okay. He was losing consciousness of, like, he was going in and out. We gave him water. You know what he told me? He said the water bottle was heavy.
Wow.
He had all the symptoms. He could not stop coughing. He can barely breathe. And I'm questioning him, when did this take place? He was like, the same night, the same day that I got the vaccine. I said, okay. So I end up leaving. They did diagnose him with, he had COVID. He also had pneumonia. His levels of his kidney levels were very high. So what it's doing is fighting off. It's trying to fight off the virus, because the body is so beautiful. If you just trust it.
Right.
If you trust and believe in the body that Allah gave you.
Go ahead.
He didn't give you something just to take advantage of it.
That's
and
right.
putting that virus, that toxic chemical in your body, you're taking advantage of what God has created for you. But needless to say, they end up releasing him. He ended up going over my cousin's house. And I'm going to share with you on some things that I gave him to actually allow even the shaking to stop. Okay. And we'll share that, throughout the course of, the show.
Sister Kalila, I do want to say, on behalf of the 7th Region Coalition and all those brothers and sisters listening, we're sending all of our prayers, all of our healing strength and power toward your beautiful uncle and toward your family.
Thank you.
There was not one side effect that the nurse practitioner Moreau named in that video that hasn't been displayed with all of these vaccines, from the blood clots to the heart inflammation problem and to what your uncle is experiencing, family. So I pray that our testimonies help to wake people up into a reality, and our prayers are with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes. And, and so Sister Tara Muhammad just mentioned, yes, Sister Tara, we have a YouTube channel, Seventh Reason Coalition. It's right on YouTube. Just go ahead and look it up, and you can see this video live right now, and a few that we've already done, and we'll be hopefully, inshallah, loading more so that you can get all the information that we have been putting out over this last year. So with that being said, Sister Kalila, you know my heart goes out to you. You know my road and my battle with all my my lovely family members just diving on in and then regretting it later, right? But only thing we can do is pray for them.
Yes.
Pray for them. That's all you can do is pray and give them the information and try to give them as many things as we can. And we always providing on the show solutions. And hopefully they get better. Total. That's right, Kim. That's right, Sister Kim.
Right.
Believing in total healing and recovery. That's right.
Yes.
So listen, we're gonna move right into topic 4 because we're getting close to the end. Let's get this going. International news, folks. Attack on the so-called third world countries.
Third world. What's that? A music group? It's the stuff that we go for, family, sometimes that we let them convince us that there's a third world, which means that there must be a first world and there must be a second world.
Right.
And they don't consider nobody who look like you and me in the first or the second world a third world country. I love the term so-called. Just because they call it that, it doesn't make it that. And we have been watching poor countries ravaged with attacks on their leadership, attacks on their healthcare system, and COVAX. COVAX, remember COVAX, who we told you about 6 months ago, was going to be the international organization that they were going to use to roll out the masses of their vaccinations to the poorest of countries. And we see it happening right now today.
Wow. It's unbelievable. You know, and honestly, you know, whatever they call a third world country, the point is, where are they dumping these just about expired vaccination inoculations?
I'm glad you asked that question, Sister Michelle, because what's been going on is, for those who don't know, COVAX is actually an alliance that is under the United Nations. And what we're looking at is deaths from COVID-19. This is from a New York Times article. That deaths from COVID-19 were surging across Africa in June when 100,000 doses of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine arrived in Chad. The delivery seemed proof that United Nations-backed program, which is called COVAX, to immunize the world, could get the most desirable vaccines to the least developed nations. Yet 5 weeks later, Chad's health minister said 94,000 doses remained unused. They gave 6,000 doses. Now remember, they had to be moved in sub-zero boxes, and there was y'all remember that, right? When they first started with the vaccinations, like it had to be totally frozen before it got. So
I ain't seen one of the boxes yet either.
So only 6,000 were used. So now you got 94,000 vaccinations that weren't used. Question, are they still good? Let's go on. Nearby in Benin, which to my Haitian brothers and sisters out there, I remember it was Angelique Kidjo, the beautiful African singer from Benin, who talked about the relationship between Benin and Haiti, right? So nearby in Benin, only 107 shots were being given each day at a pace so slow that 110,000 of the program's AstraZeneca doses expired. Listen, man, these folks ain't throwing these vaccinations away. You gotta believe that.
Absolutely.
They're not about to do that. They just do whatever. So the question is, where do these things end up at in the so-called third world, which basically means black people?
That's right. Exactly.
Running it down, Brother Philip. Brother Philip was running it down. Like they running us down, family. Come on.
And keep in mind, that's an excellent question, Brother Philip. Where are these vaccinations that are expired going? Because no one is not going to take the vaccination and say, oh, let me see if this vaccination is expired. No, those people who are administering those vaccinations are going to put those vaccinations in our people and destroy their lives.
You know, Sister Kalila, I hear you say that. It gives me an idea to give to them. All you great folk who want us to believe and trust in your system, why don't you get all these, remember what they used to do with the drugs? Because, they used to steal the drugs after they used to get them off the drug dealers and they would resell them. Y'all know, right? So why don't they just gather? Because remember, they got in trouble, so they had to prove, and they would have these big drug burning parties. So why don't y'all get and do it in the United States and do it internationally? Get all these expired vaccinations and have a public burning and put that on the television. Why don't you do that?
But listen, no, hey, look, don't do that because I don't want it to be in the air. Don't do that, please.
You're trying to be exposed.
Please, I don't know what you're gonna do with them, but don't put it in the air.
And to our folks who are vaccinated, we continuously remind you, you got to keep tracking what you got in your system.
That's right.
You got to keep. Look, I don't know which one you got. I don't know if you got the AstraZeneca, or if you got the Johnson and Johnson, or you got the faker or the Pfizer, or you got the not so modern Moderna. I'm making light of it, family, but if you're not tracking what's in your system, do you really have a grip on what's going down in you? Silly rabbit. Come on, wake up. Track that stuff.
I think that's a very excellent thing to do. Each person who has actually took the vaccination, they need to create a journal. They need to write down everything that goes on in their lives. If they have a small cough, if they have some inflammation that has all of a sudden arose, if they have shortness of breath, how many times did they have to go to the doctor? How many times they had to look at and say, oh, I have a slight headache. I wonder why. Right. All of these things, like Sister Kim say, document. Because honestly, you keep these journals might can save somebody a life if you so happen to pass away, or you're not in the capable reality of sharing this information with people.
At least your family can get the money from the lawsuit after you die.
Right. At least your family can contribute to it.
Exactly. And listen, and that's the whole point. If you looked at the video that we played earlier, that's the point. They're getting away with it because it's only in emergency use only. It tells you these pharmaceuticals companies basically have a free pass.
In all these so-called third world countries, family,
don't have that pass.
Little to no COVID-19 infections before the vaccinations. Let's find out what happens now in these so-called third world countries. Now, if you remember the movie Roots, family, and you remember the brother, when he had to gather everybody back together, right? Yeah. He said, look, we are no longer talking about the time if the white man comes. The white man is here. Let's see what happens now that these vaccinations are here in our third world countries.
So listen,
you remember what else he said, Brother Lyle?
What do you say, brother?
And he smells like a wet chicken. He has the smell of a wet chicken. That was in Roots. Go back.
I don't want to know what that smells like.
It's something strange about this whole vaccination thing, man. And while
it smells like a wet chicken.
It has a scent and it has an odor that is undesirable about it. Even though you want to protect yourself and even though you want your family protected, something don't feel right about this, man.
Right.
They gotta force you. They gotta do fear and all these other things are going. Not everybody.
Right.
Some people just believe whatever they hear and they go run. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about those. Something ain't right about this thing. But nobody wants to talk about the big elephant in the room, which is money.
Right.
How much money is being made off of this? Man?
Big money. These listen, they ain't nobody short of $1 billion. I'm telling you, they're bringing it home. They're bringing it home, family. But listen, we've talked about a lot, and we don't want to overwhelm you, right? So there's two more things we want to give to you, and inshallah, Brother Lau is bringing a topic in a way that we can start expressing COVID survivors stories.
Right.
That we're going to start, presenting, inshallah, maybe every other week, maybe every month, because we want to talk really about those that are surviving, right? That,
Look,
without
family, there have been some strong soldiers that have folded in the vaccination. I'm not going to get it. So we figured out, family, that you need to get some strength and some testimonies from people who had COVID and have survived COVID and had even treated themselves in a natural manner, and they're not thinking about getting a vaccination. So we want to start getting these testimonies, and we got one ready for you right now. Listen to this testimony.
All right, hold on. Let me get it.
Mm-hmm.
Here with our beloved brother Albert Campbell, who is a COVID survivor. First, dear brother, talk about your experience with COVID.
Well, I remember it was on a Monday. I had a very, very severe backache. And I couldn't hardly stand up. And so really, I think it was a Wednesday, but I worked out on a Monday. So Wednesday, I wasn't able to walk, so I had to leave home.
Uh-oh. It's doing it again. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, family. Let's see if I can get
your story.
All right, hold on. I got it. Let's see. Let's give it a second. See if I can get him back. Hold on.
So, family, I'm here with our beloved brother Albert Campbell, who is a COVID survivor. First, dear brother, talk about your experience with COVID.
Well, I remember it was on a Monday. I had a very, very severe backache. And I couldn't hardly stand up. And so really, I think it was a Wednesday, but I worked out on the Monday. So Wednesday, I wasn't able to walk, so I had to leave home. And so my wife told me, go take the COVID test. I'm like, I lift the weights. My back is hurting because of weights, not COVID, right? So she kept nagging me. And sure enough, I went to take a test, and I came back positive. So my wife and I, and of course my wife was positive also. So we started boiling lime and lemon and taking garlic and getting rest, getting hydrated, of course quarantining.
You did that at home? You took care of yourself at home? You didn't go to the hospital?
We didn't go to the hospital. We didn't take no medication. We just did home remedies. We did Cerasee, we did aloe, and we boiled lime and water and lemon and steamed that.
How's your recovery, would you say?
I am great. As a matter of fact, I took the COVID test again the other day because I felt a little back pain and it wasn't that. So I feel great. As a matter of fact, my wife and I, we took a blood test. We still have the enzymes in us that fight COVID. So we've been doing pretty good now.
You feel a need for a vaccination?
I don't feel a need for it.
And you feel at peace with your recovery and your health?
I feel that peace. I feel like I recovered, and I feel like my body and my wife's body and my daughter's body and my son-in-law's body was strong enough to fight off COVID. We're COVID survivors.
So, family, I'm here with our beloved brother Albert Campbell, who is.
Let me stop the video. How about that?
We got to start feeding each other the positivity. Because once we get the positive energy, it fights the fear.
Come on.
Some of you others out there, I just heard Sister Kim, we look forward to getting your video down there. And by the way, while we're on it, Sister Kim, we have your book right here that you won right here on the 7 Region Coalition. Back to Eden. It's getting shipped out to you. This will be coming to you, family. We had another winner. We'll find out about it. But these are the kind of things that we got to start feeding each other so we can fight the fear. We're beating COVID.
Come on.
We just aren't being told we're beating it.
That's right. Listen, this is a good segue. If no one has anything else to say, but I want to kind of jump in because Sister Kalila created her lovely what I call. Hold on, let me put it up so everybody can see it. The tree of the week is really her immune booster cocktail. So hold on, Sister Kalila.
Cocktail, huh?
Yeah, she gonna talk about it. Just give it a second. Let's get it up so she can talk about her immune system booster drink. Hold on. At least that's what I call it. Hold on.
This is a cocktail. This is an elixir.
All right. So go ahead, Sister Kalila. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. So basically, what I was explaining about my uncle, for my people, I go into guerrilla warfare, and I actually, the first thing I did was because when you have COVID, your appetite is gone. You cannot, there's no type of taste. You can barely smell. So all of those things are completely diminished. So what I did is first start them off with some fresh, I gave him some sea moss. I actually gave him some apple cider vinegar with turmeric and ginger. I also gave him fresh ginger shots that he takes every morning. I made some fresh squeezed carrot juice. I also made some lemon juice and so forth. But what I did is my immune booster cocktail, and it looks like this.
Oh, watch it now.
I don't know if everybody can see this.
I'm getting thirsty.
But this is what I actually put together. And what is in here is actually lemon, lime, ginger, and garlic and oranges. And what I do is I boil the actual ginger. I make sure the ginger is very, very, very good to taste, to where you make sure you have the right water as well. Not any type of faucet water or anything like that. Make sure it's the best.
That's taking the vaccination.
Right. Make sure it's the best water. Okay. Secondly, make sure that when you're putting the ginger in, and make sure it's at a boil. Make sure it's at the highest boil, because you want to make sure you get all that ginger into the water. And then what you do at that moment is drain the water. And then that's when you start adding your lemon, your limes, and your actual, let me back up. I actually boiled the lemon and the garlic, the ginger and the garlic together. So they're both boiling together at the same time. So you want to actually make sure that is very rich. So what I do is, once I do with that, I actually take the lemons and the limes and the actual garlic, and I put it actually in the mason jar. And then that's when I put the actual cocktail in the jar, and I let it sit overnight. Make sure when you serve this very hot. You make sure you serve it hot, because once the ginger hits your throat, it's going to start actually taking away all of any type of bacteria that you have in your throat and your body. I had them take it twice. I have them take it twice a day. And when you take it twice a day, every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, I had him every 2 hours. I had made him 4 of these. And so when I came back the next day, the shaking was gone.
Come on now.
Come on.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
The shaking was gone. So I encourage you all to get in your kitchen.
Come
That's
on.
right. Come on.
We are scientists.
Come on.
We are scientists by nature. Our nature is to come up with remedies to help save our life. The body talks to you.
Go
the
ahead.
body knows what it needs. And when you feed off, first of all, the word of God,
come on,
your body is going to be receptive to the word of God. And when your body is receptive to the word of God, your mind is going to be clear.
Go ahead.
To make yourself heal by yourself. Get out of the restaurants. I don't care what what he was, the governor or the mayor, whoever he was in New York.
We can't go no more anyway. I can't go to these restaurants no more.
Get back in your kitchen.
That's right.
Get back in your kitchen. Let's heal one another.
Beautiful.
Okay,
that's
so
it.
we're gonna put the information in.
Cocktail.
Right. We're gonna put the information in on the website. And drink hot. And you don't have to have COVID to drink this. Start drinking it now so it can
build your
immune
system now.
That's right. That's right. And listen, I'm glad you put that. Now, family, we know that this is a beautiful, beautiful mix that Sister clearly made. Now we will have it on the 7th Region Coalition page. It's going down. Okay, it's gonna go down. So just know that we will be sharing it. Okay.
And Sister Michelle.
Oh, and keep in mind, I have one more thing to say. Keep in mind, you notice that I did not say honey, because a lot of people are diabetic, and a lot of people can't take much honey. Now, for those of you who can take honey, you can add honey, but make sure that when you add the honey, that it is hot. Because if you sit it in cold, it's going to go right down to the bottom. So if you can look at all that goodness. You see that garlic?
Oh yeah, I see it. Woo-wee. I love it.
So Sister Kalila.
Yes.
I want to thank you so much, because there's people out there listening right now that got sick folk.
That's right.
Your relatives are sick. I know they get on your nerves. I'm not talking about that kind of sick. I'm talking about physically. They're sick and you don't know what to do. And they're just, oh my God, scaring people to death.
That's
and
right.
Sister Kalila, if Sister Kalila can summon up the courage.
That's right.
To do what's right for her family, so can you. You can win, family.
We can win.
And you know, and this to add, you know, it's that back to that fear. If you love your people, fear goes out the window.
Come on.
I knew that my uncle was diagnosed with COVID-19. I didn't care. I wanted to save his life. So yeah, I went into the lion's den to help my uncle.
That's right.
Yeah, I was clothed. I had my gloves on, and I looked like I was going into outer space when I went over there.
Because you were.
Right, Brother Laugh? She was.
Out of the sane space into some insane space in some crazy place.
Right. And listen, I promise you. And he understood. And he was so fun. It was so funny. He understood so well, because he looked at my cousin. He was like, "Why you don't got your mask on?" Now this is the one that got COVID, and he's telling people to put their masks on to save their lives.
Wow. See, look at that.
Great example, sis.
It's the influence, right, that you will have if you just equip yourself with the right information, the knowledge, and what's out there. That's what's going to help save your family, save you, save anybody that you can get into their ear to let them hear about this life-saving information that Sister Kalila gave, the 7th Region Coalition gives, which is all about solutions.
Right.
We about solutions, family. So anyway, we are just at the hour. And I just want to thank everybody who was able to join us. And I really hope and pray that you have got something for what was presented this evening. We of course, we always add a little levity to what we do.
Right.
But it's only because this subject is so heavy.
That's only why.
And it is so important that we get you the right information, break it down for you, and then give you a gift at the end, like Sister Kalila gave, which is a gift, right? To help build you up and to help your immune system have a shot for fighting for itself, right? And not putting yourself in danger of putting something in your body that you don't know. You could see everything that Sister Kalila had in that jar, but you don't know what's in that.
Come on, talk, Sister Michelle.
What's in that needle? Oh, you don't know.
Well, you don't know what's in
talk,
there.
Sister Michelle.
Just saying. So listen, I really appreciate it. I really, again, from my heart, I really love everybody. And I really want us to be safe, family. I want us to live the lives that God, Allah, has given us and not waste it.
Right.
Don't waste your life or anybody that you can save. And I just, again, I'll end it here. I love you. I thank the 7th Region Coalition troops on the ground. I love my team here. I love the audience. Love you, Kim, because you, she faithful. But I just want to thank everybody for joining. And remember, like, share on Facebook. We are on IG and on YouTube. The name is 7th Region Coalition. Look it up. We're there. You'll see tonight's video. You'll see the one that we had last week. And we're going to get as many more on YouTube as we can. Inshallah. Again, love you, family. Thank you so much for having me. It's your sister Michelle, your moderator. Love you all. Brother Larry, take it over.
The hostess with the mostest. Boy, I tell you, Sister Michelle, that's right. I'm talking about that, family. 2 closing points from your brother, family. 1 for my team and 1 for you. Tonight, I was in the audience, family.
Come on, Brother Larry. Come on back.
He's singing.
You throw down, the people out there, they got to be feeling good. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart to the top of my mind. And lastly, for our brothers and sisters out there, look, we joke, but we at war.
That's right.
And you better do your part. What's your part? Share this. If you just share this one this Thursday night, we got about 100 Thursday nights, but I'm just telling you, share one of them. And you know what I'm getting ready to tell you? Share the stuff on our page. You go to our Facebook page like you go to the casino and you just spin it. Just put your finger right there. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, and you're going to live. Keep fighting for our children. You keep our pregnant women away from those vaccinations.
That's right.
Fight, family. Fight, and fight this fear. I love you. Be informed and not in fear. Sister Kalila, what you got to say to the people?
You know, I'm glad that you mentioned that because fear, God is not present. Okay, and fear is you're not allowing your mind to be in the present. The present is a present.
That's right.
So you have to allow your mind to be in the present. And fear don't live in the present.
That's right.
Fear lives in the past.
Right. Bring it, Sister Kalila. Come on.
Woo! So now that you have the ammunition and the tools to fight whatever is against you, because we like I was mentioning to my team, we in the corner. And for those who know how to fight, for those who know how about boxing, that's the best place to be, is in the corner.
Come on.
Because the corner is your security. Guess who the corner is? God. They'll always have your back. So when you're in the corner, you make sure you have your dukes up and you ready to go.
That's right.
And all of this information, like Brother Love said, is your dudes. You can fight with those who fight with you.
Come on.
And I want to give a shout out to my accountability partner. She's on here, Miss look, Stephanie. Hey, Miss Stephanie, I love you. I thank you so much for tuning in. This is my girl, and she's an herbalist as well. I'm going to also add her information to our Facebook page as well. She has all sorts of remedies as well to save your life. Okay, so please, I'm going to share some. Sister, Stephanie, while you're in here, share your information and your little links and stuff. Do that for me. Because I don't know all that stuff. But she's good. I'm telling you. Stay tuned to her. I'm telling you, she's the new thing that's popping.
Come on, Stephanie. All right, girl.
All right, Brother Philip.
Boom.
And it's an honor and pleasure to be with y'all good people on this 7th Region Coalition to help save lives. Staying with that same theme of fighting. You know, one of my favorite songs on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's album or box set called "Let's Change the World."
Come on.
Is that song that Farrakhan got with Rick Ross, Common, and Snoop Dogg? Yeah, that's right. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan got a song with Rick Ross, Common, and Snoop Dogg, and that song is called "I'll Fight You." And the minister lays it down. I'll fight you. Too oftentimes we being way too silent, y'all. In these small circles that we are. You listening to people talking about get vaccinated. That's our only way. You with your family and you got your own. Man, start speaking up for it, man, and start acting as though they care more about their lives than we care about our lives because we not getting vaccinated. We not getting vaccinated. We need to stop doing that, man. Too many people think that people that are not getting vaccinated somehow don't think about their own lives the same way these other people do. And in the same respect, people that are getting vaccinated, they know more than people that are unvaccinated know. We need to stop playing that, man. This is the time that we living in. I'll just Ephesians, right? 6:12. We battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and the rulers of the darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places. This is that time. This ain't no scripture. This is the life. This is the now that we in, man. We only got one life to live and protect it with all that you got. So like we tell you every week, man, don't forget Jonestown.
That's
don't
right.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid,
None of it.
man. Don't go for
the green, the red 40, the yellow 12.
Don't get great.
None of it.
Don't drink purple. Don't drink the first shot, second shot.
The rainbow colors, the lemon, berry, the cherry.
Don't go for the okie doke. There you go. And thank you all, man. May God continue to bless you all.
Okay, and Sister Sister Stephanie actually, this is her information. And Sister Keisha, if you want any type of herbs or anything, write down this this website. You can actually get in contact with Sister Michelle. She will help you out. The girl is bad. Okay. Listen, this girl got a testimony out of this world. This is her website.
Stephanie Renee.
We're gonna get it posted on the Facebook page. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And we had our sister earlier, Gael Felix, man, who chimed in and she posted something up. And I know Sister Gael. Sister Gael, her and her husband, Brother Shango, got the Kumba house over there in Fort Lauderdale. And they have been at this for long. Before there was a COVID, she was already doing permaculture and helping us to better get a grasp on growing and eating our own food for a time like this. And let me just say this right quick, because I was reminded of this week. Last year around this time, gung-ho, I created my farm plan. I started getting with the USDA. We started looking at, I said by this time this year, we were going to be growing food. Because you remember last year at this time was when we were having serious problems with the supply chain. A lot of us, just like myself, we got lax We got comfortable, and we started to get comfortable in this new normal that we living in. And what are we noticing again? The supply chain is starting to go down. We have little amounts of food that's inside of our house, the same place we found ourselves last year. Let's step up the pace. Let us unite and do something for ourselves. We must unite and come together because, as you see, whether you like it or not, this is the time of separation. All right?
That's right. That's right. All right. Brother Lab. Wait a minute. Before you say it, remember How to Eat to Live, family. Books 1 and 2. How to Eat to Live.
That's right.
Save our lives. Okay, Brother Lab, take it away.
Just want to let y'all know you haven't been inducted into a new gang, but you have been hanging out with some brothers and sisters from the 7th Region Coalition.
Love y'all.